We just released Season's Greetings, a brand new 1.21.1 holiday mod for Fabric and Neoforge. Season's Greetings adds a suite of new festive building blocks, a new mob to help you out on your adventures, new foods and drinks with unique effects, and many more features to bring the holiday spirit into your Minecraft world. So today we're going to be going through a comprehensive list of everything that's included in the mod. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and also subscribe to Starfish Studios if you want to see more videos from us just like this. The first thing you'll probably notice when booting up a new world is how the snow has changed. Snow layers now pile over the edge of most blocks, instead of just grass blocks like in vanilla Minecraft. This effect applies no matter how many snow layers have accumulated, and overall, this subtle detail can greatly add to the immersion of a wintry landscape. If you prefer to play without it, or if it causes visual issues with other mods or shaders, you can simply turn it off within the resource pack menu. A new structure known as the Witch's House can be found across your world, located in grove biomes, snowy taiga biomes, and dark forest biomes. This structure resembles a small gingerbread house, but don't let the outside fool you, as inside you'll find a witch cooking a baby villager in the oven, a reference to the Brothers Grimm fairy tale Hansel and Gretel. There's a lot of new decorative blocks that make up this witch's house, so let's take a look at some of them and how to craft them. The gingerbread block can be crafted by surrounding 1 sugar with 8 wheat. You can then use these gingerbread blocks to create stairs, slabs, gingerbread doors, and gingerbread trapdoors. The doors and trapdoors feature decorative icing detailings on them as well. Gingerbread blocks are rather fragile because when you break the block, it will give you 2 to 3 gingerbread crumbs. These crumbs can be eaten in a pinch, restoring 1 hunger, but you can also combine 4 of them in a crafting table to create 1 gingerbread block. Using a fortune tool on a gingerbread block will increase the number of crumbs it drops, but if you want to be as efficient as possible, it's best to break these with a tool that has silk touch. Crafting 4 gingerbread blocks together will give you gingerbread bricks, and crafting 4 gingerbread bricks together will give you gingerbread shingles. Both of these blocks also have stair and slab variants, which allows you to amplify any gingerbread building you make with an increased level of detail and creativity. Combining 1 milk and 8 sugar will give you a new item called icing. Icing is an inedible decorative item that can be placed on all 6 sides of a block. Placing it on top of a block creates a 4 pixel thick layer of icing, much like a layer of snow. However, you can only layer 4 icings per block. Placing icing on the side of a block will give it a curly detail, which pairs super well with the gingerbread blocks. And lastly, placing icing on the bottom of a block will give it this nice dripping detail. There's also a set of icing blocks that can be crafted using 4 icing in a crafting table. Chocolate is a new food source that can actually be crafted with 2 different recipes. You can use 2 cocoa beans and a honey bottle, or 2 cocoa beans with 1 milk and 1 sugar, and both recipes will give you 1 chocolate. Chocolate can be eaten to restore 2 hunger, but similar to previous items, it can also be crafted into chocolate blocks. Gumdrop buttons are a brand new redstone item that, when pressed, will emit a 3-second redstone signal. Comparing this to wooden buttons, which only last 1.5 seconds, and stone buttons, which only last 1 second, this makes gumdrop buttons the longest duration redstone signal. These buttons can be crafted with 1 slime ball or a honey bottle, 1 sugar, and 1 colored dye. Red dye creates a red gumdrop, orange dye creates an orange gumdrop, yellow dye creates a yellow gumdrop, green or lime dye can create a green gumdrop, and purple or magenta dye can create a purple gumdrop. Combining 4 of the same color gumdrop in a crafting grid will give you a gumdrop block. When walked on, these blocks will slow the player down like soul sand, but they also have a bounciness similar to beds. Just like beds, these can help you decrease fall damage when landed on, but you still need to be careful because they won't eliminate it fully. Peppermint blocks can be made with 8 sugar surrounding 1 red dye. Just like a log or a pillar, this candy cane looking block can be placed vertically or horizontally. You can also make peppermint stairs and peppermint slabs, and when you combine all 3 together, you can pull off some impressive looking candy canes. The last new set of blocks can all be made with packed snow. This can be crafted with 4 snow blocks in a crafting table. Packed snow will drop itself when broken, unlike snow, which only drops snowballs. And combining 4 packed snow blocks into a crafting table will give you snow bricks. You can then use these blocks to make snow brick stairs, snow brick slabs, and putting 2 snow brick slabs on top of each other in a crafting table will give you chiseled snow. This chisel block features a carving of a snow golem's face, which complements the other chisel blocks from vanilla Minecraft. Fruitcake is a new food item that can be crafted by placing 3 wheat along the bottom, 1 egg in the middle, 2 sugar on either side, and any combination of apple, golden apple, enchanted golden apple, chorus fruit, melon slice, sweet berry, and glowberry along the top. You can freely mix and match any combination of these fruits in the recipe. Fruitcakes restore 10 hunger when eaten, making them a better food source than pumpkin pie, but worse than the regular cake. Warm milk, hot cocoa, and eggnog are new drinks that can be made in a cauldron. Milk buckets can now be placed inside of cauldrons, and when you place a torch, candle, magma block, lava, fire, or campfire underneath, it'll turn the milk into warm milk. Warm milk can be taken 3 times from a cauldron using a bottle, and when consumed, a bottle of warm milk will restore 4 hunger and give the player 30 seconds of a new effect called Cozy. Cozy will grant the player immunity to damage from the freezing effect, which you get by standing inside of powdered snow. If you have a mod like Tough as Nails or Cold Sweat, which add temperature systems into the game, the Cozy effect is compatible with both, meaning it can save you from freezing to death if you venture into colder biomes. If you drop a piece of chocolate into a warm milk cauldron or right-click on it with one, the milk inside will transform into hot cocoa. Once again, this can be taken with bottles and restores 4 hunger when eaten. However, hot cocoa gives 3 full minutes of the Cozy effect instead of just 30 seconds. By adding an egg to a warm milk cauldron, you'll create eggnog. And while eggnog doesn't give you the Cozy effect, it does give 30 seconds of strength, along with 5 seconds of nausea as a side effect. You can toggle off the nausea effect, or fully toggle off all effects from eggnog in the mod's config file. You also have the option to take both hot cocoa and eggnog with a bucket. A bucket of hot cocoa will give you 8 full minutes of the Cozy effect, and a bucket of eggnog will give you 1.5 minutes of strength and 30 seconds of nausea. On top of this, drinking a bucket of hot cocoa will clear all negative effects the player has. Crafting 1 sugar and 2 wheat will give you 2 gingerbread cookies. These cookies restore 4 hunger, but you can also use them in a much better way than just as a simple food item. By placing a gingerbread cookie in either a furnace or a smoker, the cookie will transform into a new mob called the Gingerbread Man. This mob is incredibly useful and has a rather unique taming system. Wild gingerbread men will run around frantically at high speeds, but if you're nimble enough to catch one, it will become a gingerbread man item that can be picked up. By right-clicking the ground with the item, you'll have spawned yourself a tamed gingerbread man. Tamed gingerbread men have a much higher health pool, from 4 hearts all the way to 20, and they'll follow the player around just like wolves. They can be made to sit or stand by right-clicking on them with an empty hand, and if they take damage, you can heal them with gingerbread crumbs. You can equip gingerbread men with tools and weapons, and when you left-click a block, if they have the correct tool, they'll come over and help break the block for you. You could use a group of gingerbread men with pickaxes to efficiently mine obsidian in just a matter of seconds. Gingerbread men equipped with swords will assist in combat against any mob that you hit, meaning if you had enough of them, you could create an entire army that could easily take out the Ender Dragon, Wither, or even the Warden. When a gingerbread man dies, it drops a broken gingerbread man. And if you're a monster, it can be eaten to restore 1 hunger. You can also combine it in a crafting table with 8 gingerbread crumbs to bring your buddy back to life. No matter what you do with them, gingerbread men are one of the best companions to have around in any situation. Snow golems have also undergone a serious overhaul. You can now make a snow golem stay, or roam freely by right-clicking on it with an empty hand. When in their staying position, snow golems won't attack nearby hostile mobs. You can also right-click on them with a flint and steel to remove their ability to leave a snow trail behind. And if you want to restore this ability, simply right-click on them with a snowball. Snow golems now have a fully modular accessory system too. After you make a snow golem and shear off the pumpkin on its head, you can now place any block or block item there instead. This feature is fully compatible with any modded blocks, resource packs, or data packs. And while blocks that appear as items in the inventory will render as their item, if you install the 3D item blocks resource pack, things like hoppers and candles will look much better on a snow golem's head. You can also combine this with a secondary head item. Adding a potato, beetroot, or carrot will give the snow golem a funny nose. Or you can add wheat to give it a wild hairdo. Lastly, you can add a scarf by right-clicking with any color carpet. Items can also be taken off from top to bottom using shears. With just this mod installed, you can create over 70,000 unique snow golems. And this number only goes up with other mods, so let your creativity run wild and make the snowman of your dreams. Season's Greetings adds a new 3x4 painting called Reventoulette. It depicts a beautiful snowy landscape with the northern lights high above the trees. Icicles are a decorative item that can be crafted with 2 packed ice in a vertical line. These blocks behave like dripstone and can be placed on the top or bottom of other blocks, and can be made as long or short as you want. Shooting an icicle with a projectile will cause it to break wherever it was hit, sending the rest of it falling to the ground. These blocks can help with a cool icy cave entrance, or can add a bit of frozen detail to your house. Lights can be crafted with 2 string and a piece of glowstone. They can be placed on the tops, bottoms, and sides of blocks, and will emit a light level of 10. The default yellow lights can be dyed into 6 additional colors. Red dye makes red lights, orange dye makes orange lights, yellow dye makes yellow lights, green or lime dye makes green lights, blue or light blue dye makes blue lights, purple or magenta dye makes purple lights, and white dye makes white lights. Multicolor lights can be crafted with any combination of different colored lights. These lights make great general purpose decorations inside or outside, and can also help turn any spruce tree into a Christmas tree. Wreaths are a new block item that can be crafted with any 8 leaves in a circle. Just like the new snow golem, wreaths feature a modular decoration system. Right-clicking with a bell will add one to the center of the wreath. Sweet berries, glowberries, or any colored light can be added to the perimeter. And of course, no wreath is complete without a carpet to add a colorful bow on top. You can create over 100 combinations of unique wreaths with this system. And of course, all items can be sheared off if you want to try a new design. Gift boxes are a great way to give presents to your friends. They're crafted with one chest surrounded by 4 paper and act as a small inventory that remains inside the gift box when broken. You can dye the box within a crafting table, and once a box is placed in the world, you can right-click with a dye to customize the bow color. Unlike shulker boxes, gift boxes don't show their contents when hovered over inside of an inventory, meaning you can hand over gifts to your friends, and the secret of what's inside won't be spoiled until they open it. With a piece of white wool and 3 leather, you can craft yourself a Christmas hat. This new wearable item shares its qualities with leather armor, meaning it can be colored using leather armor's robust dyeing system. Christmas hats can have multiple dyes applied to them, allowing you to achieve the precise color you're looking for. Any color, and I mean any color, is achievable with the right combination of dye. The poof on the top of a Christmas hat also reacts with your movement, jostling around when you fall, jump, or take damage. Its durability may be low, meaning it's not the best armor piece for your upcoming nether trip, but the festive spirit this hat brings more than makes up for it. If you enjoyed today's showcase, be sure to use the links in the description to download the mod on either CurseForge or Modrinth. We plan to continue updating this mod in the future with new features and even expand to other seasons and holidays. So stay tuned and make sure you're subscribed so you can keep up to date with all future mods, add-ons, and updates. If you play the mod and have things you want to share, be sure to join our Discord, link in the description, to become a part of our wonderful community. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like this video and also subscribe for more content just like this.